Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Calvin Tobin Show. I am your host, Calvin Tobin. Today we have a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. Alright, in the baseball world, 3 teams have just hit the 70-win mark. The LA Dodgers, the Tampa Bay Rays, and the Milwaukee Brewers. And now the records are, for the Rays, they are 71-45, the Brewers are 70-47, and the LA Dodgers are 70-46, and now they are the second, third, and fourth team to hit the 70-win column. And the first one was obviously and still has the best record in baseball, the San Francisco Giants at 75-41. But of the 3 teams that just hit 70 wins, they have only lost 3 times in the month of August, and we're only halfway through the month of August. But the Milwaukee Brewers did just lose their 4th game in August to the Pittsburgh Pirates 14-4 earlier today. But since there are now 4 teams all in the 70-win column, now it's the race to 80. And I do think that the San Francisco Giants are going to get there first, because they just have to win 5 more before they get there. And they're also on a 6-game winning streak. But who knows? They could go on a losing streak. Who knows? Because they do have to play the Colorado Rockies and the New York Mets in their next 2 series. And if they end up getting a losing streak going, that could help out. Not really help out, but that could get an even battleground for where it actually might be a real race to 80 wins. But out of the 3 teams that just hit 70 wins, I do think that the Tampa Bay Rays are going to get there first, because they have the easiest path out of all those 3 teams. Because they got to finish up their 3-game series against Minnesota, and then they got to play Baltimore in 2 more series in August. Then they got to play Chicago White Sox, the Phillies, and the Boston Red Sox. But the real page turner on how it could look for the Rays going into the playoffs and for the rest of the season, and how dominant they could truly be, is how they play against the Chicago White Sox, because that is their biggest battle in this month of August. And if they can show dominance against the White Sox, there could be a very good chance that going into the playoffs, they could make it back to the World Series this year. But speaking of baseball, former right fielder, Baltimore Orioles player Chris Davis just retired, and he's going to be getting a Bobby Bonilla treatment. And if you guys don't know what that is, I'm about to tell you. And what that is he's going to get the same treatment as former MLB player Bobby Bonilla did, when just get paid a chunk of money over the course of a long time. And how Chris Davis is going to get paid? He's going to get paid $42 million over the course of 15 years, from 2022 to 2037. And here is how the payment is going to go. In 2022, he's going to get paid $23 million. And then from 2023 to 2025, he's going to get paid $9.16 million every year. And every year from 2026 to 2032, he's going to get paid $3.5 million. And from 2033 to 2037, he's going to get paid $1.4 million, which means he's going to be 51 years old when it's all said and done, and when the Baltimore Orioles are finished paying him. And speaking of money, Kawhi Leonard just signed a huge contract with the LA Clippers, signing a 4-year deal, $176.3 million. Now, we all get what Kawhi Leonard has done throughout his entire career. winning a chip with San Antonio, winning it in the first year with Toronto, but based on this huge contract, I do think that to solidify his legacy, he does have to win one championship with the LA Clippers. But I do not think that is going to happen because of the Brooklyn Nets, and now because of the Los Angeles Lakers, and a lot of other teams that are practically forming their own little all-star team or super team, and all the Clippers have is just Paul George and Kawhi Leonard as their superstars. If they want to be able to be a championship contender, they're going to have to add another all-star that can consistently put up maybe between 18 and 22 points, or another superstar that has been the star of the league before to help them get to that next NBA title, or their first NBA title in their franchise history. But unless they do that, I do not think that the Clippers have a shot at winning a title, because now another team that is in championship contention is the Golden State Warriors. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure all Golden State Warriors are praying for this, that Klay Thompson doesn't get injured, because we all know what the Golden State Warriors did back in 2016, which is go 73-9 and have the best record in NBA history. And this is going to be a whole new story come 2021-2022 season, and we will definitely find out. Alright, now here is the biggest and most interesting news that came out yesterday, and that is the Pac-12, the Big Ten, and the ACC are all in discussion of forming an alliance and potentially and wanting probably to take over the SEC, since the Texas Longhorns and the Oklahoma Sooners want to join the SEC and successfully got the invitations to join the SEC, and now the SEC is just them and everybody else, because there is nobody, and I guarantee anybody can take my side on this, there is nobody more dominant than ever in college football history than the Southeastern Conference, because now they have Alabama, Florida, LSU, Georgia, Auburn, give or take on the year, and now they're about to get in 2025 the Texas Longhorns and the Oklahoma Sooners. It's like it's going to be totally unfair when the Longhorns and Sooners officially join the SEC. But other than that, can you imagine the battles that's going to happen with the rivalries in that conference? Imagine having Oklahoma and Alabama play an annual game every year, or Florida and Texas, or Georgia and Oklahoma, or LSU and Texas. Those games are going to be phenomenal. But the fact that Pac-12, Big Ten, and ACC have to have discussions on joining joining alliances, that just shows you how unfair it is going to be from 2025 and so on, because this is about to be a complete unfair matchup with the SEC against everybody else. Alright, that's the end of the Calvin Tobin Show. Please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any sports media, and please follow me on my Instagram at Calvin Tobin Show so you don't miss out on any sports news whatsoever, and I'm out.